Someone used AI to create a fake George Carlin stand-up special. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, but it's not him doing stand-up. It's like a bunch of video clips, but
Is
not
it
even him.
funny?
Well,
it's a bunch of clips.
but it's not even clips of him. It's like topics he's talking about, like how he did with the open letters.
No,
Yeah.
It's all AI generated. It's his voice, and they generated a special.
So it's new stuff.
Yeah,
that's not him. But I'm saying it's not like him standing on stage. The video is not him standing on stage. It's like if he's talking about Trump and a picture of Trump comes up.
And just him doing commentary over it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But his daughter is not happy about it. She says, quote, "No machine will ever replace his genius."
Yeah. I didn't think I listened to like a minute or two of it. I didn't think it really sounded like him.
Oh yeah,
like the voice was off. It didn't sound like him that much.
There's a couple that are dead on with those AI things, and there's some that you could tell are off.
Remember they did the Tom Brady one where Tom Brady did like an hour of stand up.
Well, they did the Joe Rogan talking to the AI guy. Yeah, and that was wild. But I think they actually took his voice and put it into the thing and did whatever, however they do it. I got to tell you, George Carlin, Carnegie. When I was a little kid, I used to listen to that so much. We used to walk around all the time going, did something eat something else?
Yeah. But you know what, though, is that I think he's a brilliant social commentator, not a great comedian. And I know all comedians love him and say that they love him and admire him and they want to be like him. He never did it for me.
So he had a lot of funny stuff. I think as he got older and more cantankerous, that he was more social commentator.
But I think he also bought into his own BS after a while. Like
Louis Black, that happened to Louis Black. Louis Black came out and he was really funny because he was the angry guy and he was doing that. And then it was too much. And you're like, all right, we get it. One trick pony.
Towards the end, it seemed like he was more about making statements,
right?
Like,
but I'm George Carlin. You should listen to me,
right? As opposed to just making jokes.
I went and saw Louis Black when I was up in Louisville for a little while, and I fell asleep and then wound up leaving.
Really?
Yeah, it was was all politics. It was, and I know that he leans politically, but it was really just too much of it. I was just like, all right, I'm out of here.
I did that at Jay Leno. I fell asleep at Jay Leno, and not because he wasn't funny, but because he's not catering to me. His humor is to old school Tonight Show fans that were older and they like silly observational jokes. Same thing with Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld. Didn't think he was that great live, not because he's not funny, but because his humor and my humor were just different. I didn't love what he was doing. Still great. I love his books. Like when he writes, I think he's hilarious. I love the show. But he'll tell you, like when he goes to a show, I'm watching him at the Strauss Center, and somebody yelled out, "Where's Kramer?" And he goes, "Okay, Kramer is a character from a TV show, not a real life person."
I've seen Seinfeld a bunch of times since I was 15 years old. I've seen him a bunch of times because whenever it was the Seinfeld Chronicles, but he came out for one of the shows, and a lady is holding a stuffed animal. He's coming out. He's opening the show. Like even at your Seinfeld, you still have to get the audience. You know what I mean? You have to keep their attention and stuff. And she's holding like a stuffed animal or something, and he is doing his thing, and then he finally goes, "All right, what do you want?" And she's like, "Here," and he goes, "Okay, I took it," and throws it over to the thing, whatever, and he goes, "Now go sit down."
I know that is so people because they feel like they know him. They feel like he's in their
so
family.
Crazy.
I want to get mad at Spanish, but I think he's. I thought our guest was here, so I sent him out there, and then he looked at me, and I just go. But I think he thought I was saying stay out there. He's not in here. So
I don't know.
Dummy.
Mike Calta.
Yes.
Are you excited? The Mean Girls remake is out this weekend.
So I'm excited on a bunch of different levels. I'm excited because I found out Lindsay Lohan makes a cameo appearance. I'm excited because yes, I want to see it. But I'm mostly excited because my daughter is into it too.
Oh, cool.
My daughter is into the first one, and she's looking forward to this one, and I feel like this will be good. Oh, what?
So this is the only thing that I feel like it's not going to be that great because it is a movie based on the play.
Right.
That
so
is
it's
based
a
on
musical.
The movie.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to sing. I'm not going to lie to you.
Is there a lot of singing in it? Do we know?
I don't know.
It just came out, so I don't
know.
Gretchen
Wieners, Gretchen. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm willing to go do it with my daughter and watch it because I think she'll enjoy it. And I love Mean Girls. Not even from it just because they're all hot kind of thing. I just think it's one of the great movies. It's one of the great
Tina Fey's so
comedies.
Yeah. So we talked about this on the show yesterday because it was kind of happening during the show. Bill Belichick has parted ways with the New England Patriots after 24 years as head coach. No word where he'll end up next, whether he's going to retire, go somewhere else. but he said, quote, I will always be a Patriot.
Well, what's interesting to me is they held it at the New England Patriots facility. So that means that it is probably a mutual parting of ways. He's probably done there and ready to try out something else, and they're done with his team losing. So it's time after all this time for him to go. But the rumor now is he's going to Atlanta. So like he's already got something lined up, or he's entertaining other jobs. But I was surprised the Patriots let him do it there if he's going to come back. But yeah, I guess he's been there long enough.
Yeah, I think he's like earned that. And Robert Kraft's very like kind of a softie when it comes to kind of stuff. Like even with Brady, the way you treated Brady and stuff. So
I hear they're good people, or they're nice people. The Kraft family.
Yeah, that's what you hear.
People I know that know that. Oh, why do you go ahead, Carmen? Do it.
Money, dough, cash.
This hour's Bone bonus keyword is card. Card. Head over to the free 1025 The Bone app and enter the keyword within 15 minutes past the top of the hour and go get your $1,000. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
There you go. Your opportunity to win $1,000 is happening right now. Go to the Bone app, put it in the bonus section, which seems to be working pretty good now. And hopefully one of our listeners will win $1,000. Another chance coming up at 10 o'clock.
By the way, we were talking about the coach of the Falcons, Arthur Jones. Somebody I saw the other day Arthur Smith, I'm sorry, had a picture of him. Joe, I just sent you the picture if you can pull it up, if you got that email yet. But they said he looks like a monkey that a wizard turned into a man.
Yeah.
But it isn't like fully done. But take a look at that picture. Doesn't he look like
he's got a Club Soda Kenny face?
Yeah. He looks
right?
like he's like kind of halfway between monkey and man. That's so funny. I love whenever people make observations that are perfect.
I want a monkey so bad.
Oh no.
So a little monkey, not a
chimp. That's even worse, man.
Why?
Get out of here. Speaking of football, a poll of over 6,000 Americans found that 35% don't care who wins the Super Bowl. But the team that people most want to see win is who?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys is right. 7%.
The 49ers.
I think Dallas Cowboys lost so much that people are now liking them again.
Yeah.
You know, they were great, then they're terrible, and then people are like, all right, now they're coming back. They're coming back. They're coming back. Now should be their time. I think so. They're not going to win, by the way.
Dallas Cowboys are America's team. That's their nickname. Did you ever hear the story about the Steelers?
No.
That they had talked to Rooney, and they said, we're going to do this thing, and we're going to call Pittsburgh Steelers America's team, and we're going to have this thing. And Art Rooney said, the Pittsburgh Steelers are Pittsburgh's team. We don't want to be America's team. Then he put a cigar in his mouth and said, get out of here, you son of a bitch. I talked about Jelly Roll earlier. He spoke at a congressional hearing on the fentanyl crisis. He said, quote, I've attended more funerals than I care to share with y'all. Good people, not just drug addicts.
And that's what he took, fentanyl. That's I heard him talking about it yesterday. Yeah.
That's no good.
Well, I mean, you look at cocaine, it could kill you. But fentanyl is going to kill you.
Yeah. Right, but you also don't know what the fentanyl is in because they're putting in a lot of stuff that, you may do like a bump of cocaine and there's fentanyl in there and there's enough to kill a city block, and you just took it and it's like, bye-bye.
That's pretty awful, man. I'm glad. I don't believe that my son does any drugs other than smoking weed, which I'm fine with. But the thing is that he's hearing stories about his friends, in college trying something for the first time and dying. And hopefully that scared him enough where he doesn't want to do that stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. We all went, I don't do any drugs, but we all went to college and we all had stuff put in front of us that we were like, oh, everybody else is kind of doing it. I didn't have the scare of fentanyl. I had maybe cocaine heart attack, maybe cocaine addiction. The worst was crack. Everybody was like, crack. As soon as you smoke crack, you go down on guys. That's what I thought.
I grew up in the opioid crisis era. In high school, and then especially at college, that was when all of my high school buddies started dying.
That's the only one that could have got me, I think.
Yeah.
Is that I really feel like I loved taking those drugs when prescribed to me. And that had I been able to, had I not been smarter, I probably could have had a bad opioid problem.
Yeah. It's funny how quick it happens.
It said that Jelly Roll had been to jail 40 times.
40?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Is that why you got all them tattoos?
Started when he was 14 years old. It was all because of all drug-related charges.
Dummy.
Aaron Rodgers is off the Pat McAfee show. It's too controversial. All this stuff going on. Blah, blah. Oh, he was on there yesterday.
Yeah. And coming back next football season.
Yeah.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah.
And they talked about sports.
He's a douche.
Finally in news, did you see who got caught out in public peeing?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
No, but I'm a public peer. Who is this?
This is really public peeing.
Oh.
Crazy ass Gary Busey.
Oh, I'll just take
Gary Busey was out peeing in public without a care in the world. The actor was spotted pulling his sweatpants down and relieving himself out in Malibu, urinating on a bush along a wall by a newsstand. But it's like right in public. Like if you go down the alley and you go back there, he's like, hey, let me get a Time magazine and let me just go ahead and.
Can I just stand up for Gary Busey as a man who is aging and going through a thing where when I have to pee, I have to pee. Gary Busey may just have to be the guy that's like, I have to pee.
But like Galvin said, it is just like a bush outside a bunch of stores.
Like on
it looks like
you gotta go.
You can
go into a store.
Carlin, I peed in my driveway once. Not on purpose.
You have a problem.
I did. I got out of the car and had to go so bad, and I was like, I'm never gonna make it. And I just had to pee in the grass in the driveway. I was like,
you might want to go get that checked out.
When you're in the hospital, can we watch you on cam?
Yeah.
I hope there's no pin in my pee-pee.
Yeah, well, that's probably the cure for it.
Ugh.
Yeah, so Gary Busey out there peeing in public.
That's Gary Busey.
I really wish they would bring back that reality TV show that they did with him.
Can I tell you?
It was so good.
Oh, that was a great show. But can I tell you the show or the podcast? Gary Busey, Cat Williams.
Oh my God.
All day I'm in.
The picture I saw, he was like smiling too.
Yeah.
Like, he was a big smile. Like when they took
Well,
the
remember
picture.
he hit that lady's car and then he was like, I'm a famous actor. And they're like, what? You hit our car? And he was like, I don't know.
Years and years ago, David Letterman was down here visiting his sister, and he hit a woman with the car. Yeah, and well, she was in our car, but he hit her. But can you imagine you got in a car and David's like, geez, sorry about that. You know? And the woman was like, yeah. He said he'd pay for everything, and he did, and I assume that was it. I wouldn't sue David Letterman if he hit me in my car. I would just be like, high five it. Let's take a picture
just
together.
give me a new car.
I don't even care. It depends on the damage.
That is it for news.